Do you know anybody who could use a really good back massage? Would you love to be able to enjoy giving someone a great back massage? Because that is what you're about to learn, and it is coming right up. Hey there, my name is Shai and I am the founder of the Still Light Center Thai Yoga Massage. So here's what I know after more than 17 years of massaging and teaching massage, that probably the number one reason that people want massage is because they've got back issues. Whether it be in their lower back, whether it be in the back of their shoulders, or even their mid-back, they want some relief there in an area which is just so hard to do anything about for yourself. So they're going to come and ask people for a massage. Many people, when I get into a classroom of people who've never done massage, they'll often say even that they would love to learn how to give massage, but they don't really like it, or maybe they feel like they're not even good at it, and it's probably because of how they feel about giving their partner a back massage that ends up feeling uncomfortable for you, ends up maybe being uncomfortable for them, and then you just don't want to do it again. So how about we just shift that and we just never feel like that again? Because after you learn what I want to share with you today, it is all going to change. Because giving a great back massage does not have to be painful in any way at all for you or for them. And I'm going to show you how right in 2 seconds. Because just before I do want to mention that if you like this video and you want to learn more, well then please subscribe to this channel and click on the bell right next to the subscribe button. It gives you notifications every Wednesday when I post a new video. So here's what we're going to do. Now, first of all, if you are totally new to massage and you want to give this in the best way possible for you and for them, I've got another video all about the secrets to giving an amazing massage that I want you to learn, and I'm going to post a link to it up above and down below. It's going to teach you really the secret to easing into using your whole body to help you give a massage, and also to be really gradual in how you do it. So please watch that video before you continue actually practicing the techniques here, and then it'll just go even better. Another thing I want to mention before I teach you the techniques is that one of the things we're going to do here is a backbend. It's called the cobra, and anyone who knows yoga might know that move where you go into a backbend, and in this case you're putting your partner in a backbend, and there are some important safety considerations which I talk about in the video. But one thing I want to mention here is you're going to ask your partner to demonstrate how they can do a backbend. Now, a back that can really bend, so if you look at my hand, and a back that really flexes backwards, there's no doubt that person's probably going to love to have a cobra. A back that is rounded kind of forwards, so they really, they not only can't really bend back, but they're kind of hunched forward. Actually, for that person, I would suggest skipping that part of the massage and just focus on the back massage. Where you're more in the gray zone is with a fairly stiff back, where the back stays pretty rigid, pretty straight, even when they try to put themselves in a back bend. And then the question is, hey, should I do a back bend or not on this person? Well, first of all, do they have any injuries? Do they have anything acute going on right now? Chances are you might want to leave it out. Secondly, just simply ask them. And if they're someone who likes deepness, if they try to stretch their back out on their own with a backbend and they can't really do it on their own, well then sure, I would say to try it. Now the techniques I show you here really are going to teach you how to ease in to do it. So in the person that I'm doing it on, she's pretty darn flexible. So by the end of the backbend, she's coming pretty high up into a pretty deep backbend. The person whose back stays really rigid, the deepest version probably involves them coming just an inch or maybe even less than an inch off the ground, and that's how much space you have to play with. So don't force it, don't try to take them anymore, take them really as little as possible. Check in after the first, after the second, really after every time, just like I'm showing you in the techniques coming up, and then go from there. But if you're really unsure if it's going to be good for your partner, hey, just leave it out, because there's more great stuff in the massage that is going to be incredibly beneficial. All right. I taught this at the Wanderlust Yoga Festival in Squaw Valley to almost 100 people. You had people of all different sizes, all different shapes, all different kinds of flexibility. Everyone gave an amazing massage. So my advice is just check this out, and maybe even watch it more than once if you're really going to practice this at home and you haven't done this before. And then when you're ready, get a partner and give it a shot. Now check it out and then come and see me at the end because I just got a couple more things to say. Now I want you to demonstrate something for me. So can you do a back bend like a cobra? Do you know what that is?
You mean like just...
Like lie on your front? So for anyone who doesn't know what a back bend, well, a back bend, you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can put your hands on your own body, on your own back, and just kind of lean back this way. Or if you know what a cobra is in yoga, and you're down on the ground, and you just kind of lift up into some kind of back bend. So we're going to do a little test, because we're going to do a back bend like this on our partner. So I want you to know what their range of motion is here before we do it. Cool, so she's shown me that she has range of motion in her back. She can go into a pretty good back bend, okay? And if you can sit back up again. So the last question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, what kind of pressure would you like?
5.
A 5. So can I have your forearm, your arm? So we're going to do a little test. Once they tell us, I want you to do a little test, squeeze their arm, and just see what that feels like. So how's that for you? Good. So that being said, I'm going to ask you to lie down. Now what I've got here, I make these, so I've got these. These are these bolsters that I make. So that's why I asked everyone to roll up blankets. We're going to make makeshift bolsters so that it's comfortable for someone to lie face down. And when you do this, you can have them side by side like this, and your forehead goes like this. Or you can pull one back so that you can turn your head to one side. So if it's more comfortable for you to put your face straight down, you can, or just turn your head to one side. And the idea is that this way you can lie down and you have support for your shoulders and your back, and you can lie face down. So please go right ahead. And just to help me get a whole back, I'm going to put myself in a warrior. I'm going to just take a walk up the back of her legs. All right? It's just a warm-up. I can even go up and down a couple times here. But what I want to do is essentially get into a position where I'm in this warrior stance right over her lower back. All right? So, and then we'll take a moment and just trace. Here's her spine in the center. And when we give a massage, we never want to press right down on the spine. But on either side of the spine, about an inch away from the spine, we have these little hilltops. The hilltops are golden. That's where we want to press. Called the paravertebral muscles on either side of the body, and then, or other side of the back, and then as you get to the very bottom, at the lowest part of the back, it flattens out. That's the sacrum. Also a great place to press, okay? So we'll trace that on our partner, and then the first thing we can do is cupping the sacrum. So I've got my hand turned to one side, and anyone who wants, you can certainly feel free to come in closer or come check it out, it's up to you. But I've got my hand over the sacrum, and I'm just rocking it back and forth. So as I'm doing it, I want to make sure there's some movement going on in her body. Okay? And then taking my fists. So you have the option really here to use either the palm of your hand or fist. We did stuff before on the blanket with our palms, but I want to introduce fists too, because this way you get to protect your hands more, all right? So I'm going to take one fist and make a circle. So this is my easing in, one side at a time, making circles on either side of her sacrum. And then I can lean in and sink in and pause, one side at a time. And then I can press in with both fists at the same time. That's it. And then moving up to the next spot. So I'm here now kind of in the arch of her back, which tends to be a sensitive area for a lot of people, and they didn't even know it. So it's really important here, extra important, to start with that light pressure. Those soft circles on either side. And then sink into one side, and sink into the next side, and then press it with both fists together. And at some point here, I want to check in and see how she's feeling. How's this going for you? Good. I got double thumbs up. Excellent. All right, now it's actually not a bad idea to have some signals, because otherwise you're brrr. Okay, I think that's good. So yeah, sure. Thumbs up could be, that's good, or give me, raise your hand up if you want a little more pressure, or down if you want less pressure, or something like that. So in this way, we can go up and down the back. Now when you get around the shoulder blade area and you press with both hands, don't be surprised if sometimes you hear a little, and the spine will crack a little bit. It's generally a very good thing, okay? It will certainly happen if you massage my back. So in this way we go up and down, and then we're going to come on to one side. So when you go on to one side, you can either be in a warrior, like I am, and like we practiced before, or the kneeling diamond that we practiced before. So that'll be up to you. And one of the ways we really make it easy for us is that most of the back massage, I love to put hand over hand, all right? So my bottom hand is the massage tool. It's going to feel for a spot, and then my top hand, in combination with my body, is going to apply the pressure, all right? And here we go. So here's her sacrum, which we explored, and then off here to the side is her hip. And between the sacrum and the hip, so a lot of people have these lower back issues, and we're just going to do what I call baking bread, making a pizza, okay, or kneading the dough. So the idea being, my fingers at the hip are going to pull towards me, and my palms are going to push away from me. And in this way, my hands are working together to ease pressure out. So the lightest thing, again, is a little shake, and then pull and push. Okay, just kind of knead the dough a little bit. Just kind of bake the bread, roll out the tension. And then everywhere else I go up the back. So if I know where her spine is, I'm just going to press across her spine, start with my circles like I did with two hands, but now I'm doing with one hand, and then sink in and press and release. And I can spend several presses in each spot. Okay, and in this way I can go up the back. When I get around the shoulder blade area, instead of my bottom hand being my palm, I can make it my thumb. And then I can circle my thumb in. So here's how we save our thumbs. Just let your thumb, like I said, it's just a massage tool, so it's found its spot, and then my other hand is actually where I apply the pressure with the help of my body. So again, I can start with these short pauses, and then eventually hold it a little longer. And in this way, I can just keep finding spots all around her shoulder blade as well. Okay? So as long as I don't press on the spine, anywhere on the muscles near the spine or even on the back of the shoulder, it's generally going to feel really good. And if you're ever unsure, just talk to your partner. See how it's going. Any questions so far? All right, I got one more for you then, okay? And it's the cobra. So we will switch sides and we'll spend time massaging the back. And then towards the end, the last thing we're going to do is the cobra. And again, to make sure we really do this super safely with a lot of awareness, here's what we're going to do. So first of all, I'm going to ask her, or I can just make sure there's a little more space between the legs, because I'm going to go between the legs. That same thing that we did before, where we walked up the legs with our hands, we'll do that again. And then I'm going to get into a squat. So I'm on the balls of my feet, and my knees are going to rest right here at where her bum meets her legs, okay? And you can always ask and just make sure that that's a comfortable spot. So how's this for you? And from here, it's going to take her wrists and ask her to take mine. All right, so when we do the cobra, I'll put them down for just a second. I mentioned, as we do the cobra, we're going to do it 4 times, okay? The first 2 times we do it, we're going to do it very little, 1 out of 10. So you saw she came up pretty high, but I'm going to lift her so she barely comes off the ground. So in this way, she knows what's coming. She can relax into it, all right? and I'm going to check in as well and just kind of go from there. And then the third time is where I'm going to try to find more of like where her edge is, and then do it again the same way on the fourth time. All right? So in this way we do this really supportively and really excellently. So I'm holding her wrists, she's holding mine. I'm going to say, hey, can you take a breath, Amanda? And then on the exhale, I just lean back. And using that lean back, that's how I get leverage. Okay, then I can say, would you like to go any deeper? Is that a yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm putting her back down, and we're going to do it again. Can you inhale? And on the exhale, I'll pull her a little more. And hey, would you like to go any deeper than that?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so there you go. So a third time, and now I'll find a little bit more. So inhale and exhale. How's that?
That's good.
Great. So we'll stay here for a breath or two. And then I'll guide her back down. And I'm going to do it one more time. Basically the same way, but maybe a couple of extra breaths. And there's our really supportive back bend. Bringing her down. And then from here, I'm going to finish off with some more sweet, gentle massages. So I can roll out her back. I can press in a few spots on her back. And then let's find those shoulders too. Give the shoulders a nice squeeze. Okay? So when you squeeze the shoulders, make sure her arms are below her body, not up above her head. Okay? If your thumbs are doing something, let your fingers chill. If you want your fingers to do something like pulling on the shoulders, then relax your thumbs. So again, a really nice way to take care of your hands. Press it out, do whatever you like. And if you came with someone that you know, like let's say your sweetheart or something like that, you want to add in a hug or two or something else, I'm not going to stop you. It's a really nice thing to do. So how do we make it even more universal? Well, in the video, I'm doing this on the ground. Now, if you happen to be someone who has a hard time getting on the ground, or you want to do this massage on someone who's going to have a hard time getting on the ground, then you can also do it on a bed. Otherwise, if you have any questions or comments, just please post them below. If you have specific issues concerning you or the people you want to do it on, I am more than happy to help. I want to wish you amazing massages, and if you are interested to keep on learning, well then hey, please first check out the playlists that are here. There's tons of great stuff here that can get you massaging all different parts of the body. And then if you want to learn in person, if you want to learn in a more cohesive kind of way, then just come find me on my website, stilllightcenter.com. You'll see the calendar, you'll see online options, and we have a team of people who teach all over the world. For now though, I want to wish you a wonderful day, amazing massages. We'll see you soon. Namaste.